The land's turned against us. Spriggans and imps have overrun the mill. My family and I escaped, but the rest of the villagers weren't so lucky. I don't know. There might be a way to help the other villagers. A group of women showed up as we fled, threw spells around and called themselves the Weird Sisters. They helped us escape. Maybe they know what's going on out there. I'm taking my family to Daggerfall. We'll be safer there. Shay or curse me, but I have no idea. Dellen's Mill is always focused on our work. We don't get involved in politics or feud with our neighbors. Of course, chopping down trees could make a Spriggan angry, I suppose.
No, not since I've lived in Dellen's Mill. Come to think of it, those strange vines that recently sprung up are new. I couldn't cut them even with my finest axe.
You'll see them soon enough. They're especially thick up north. You can't miss them. They're all twisted and diseased looking. I'd suggest staying far away from those awful vines. They're nothing but trouble, of that I'm sure. Our friends and neighbors, they were trapped by the imps. There was nothing we could do but run for our lives. Thank you, my friend. You're certainly braver than I am. I'm sad to admit. Shay or curse me, but I have no idea. Dellen's Mill is always focused on our work. We don't get involved in politics or feud with our neighbors. Of course, chopping down trees could make a Spriggan angry, I suppose.
No, not since I've lived in Dellen's Mill. Come to think of it, those strange vines that recently sprung up are new. I couldn't cut them even with my finest axe.
You'll see them soon enough. They're especially thick up north. You can't miss them. They're all twisted and diseased looking. I'd suggest staying far away from those awful vines. They're nothing but trouble, of that I'm sure. Our friends and neighbors, they were trapped by the imps. There was nothing we could do but run for our lives. Thank you, my friend. You're certainly braver than I am. I'm sad to admit. Shay or curse me, but I have no idea. Dellen's Mill is always focused.
Off we go. you to nonchalantly walk through flames and forest. You smell of the city of stone. Have you come to cleave our forest? Rip up our soil? Haven't the spirits already been enraged enough by your kind? So you say. My sisters and I serve the Beldama Weird. We have a duty to uphold. You? I don't know your true intentions. Still, we could use the help of someone who isn't quite as attached to the forest as we are. You might prove useful after all. My sister Olina is still out there, probably trapped somewhere between the fires and the enraged forest creatures. The fires burn, our sister is missing, and the villagers are dying. Something needs to be done. Get everyone back here and we can keep them safe. For a while. In the meantime, we'll work on what to do next. And make sure you put those fires out. This building won't provide much protection if it burns to the ground. We are the Witches of the Weird. We serve the Weird Tree and the forest as our home. If this was Breton against Breton, we would not get involved. But something unnatural caused this. The forest has been wounded, and that concerns the Beldama Weird. We stand apart, but we aren't heartless. No one deserves to die for something they haven't done. Isn't it obvious? The people of the City of Stone cause this. They have no regard for the natural world. Nature only bends so far before it begins to suffer. Then it reasserts itself. Nature always prevails. That's why the vines appeared. The vines. They started appearing weeks ago, bursting through the soil and spreading throughout Glenumbra. We've never seen such vines before, and even the Weird Tree was engulfed by the strange growths. Whatever's happening, no one is safe. We are the Witches of the Weird. We serve the Weird Tree and the forest as our home. If this was Breton against Breton, we would not get involved. But something unnatural caused this. The forest has been wounded, and that concerns the Beldama Weird.
The spirit of the Weird weeps, for something drives her children mad. I fear for the innocents in this village. The forest is enraged, filled with hatred. We tried to calm it as we always have before, but our magic falters. Never have the elemental spirits refused to answer our calls. The grass, the trees, the very earth itself, they're dying.
For now, our purpose is to defend the villagers from these creatures. I can construct a simple ward to protect the mill, but we are far from the Weird Tree. I shall require a focus. Take this creature, born and bound to the essence of Aetherius, and let it guide you to what I need. Hopefully, it will find enough to establish the ward. Let this torch bug fly where it will. Let it guide you to the essence of Aetherius. It will find the soil that is most pure and draw out what I need for my focus.
The Weird Tree, the spirit that gives life to this land. My sisters and I are Beldama Weird. We serve the Weird Tree. We came here to discover why anger infests this part of the forest. No, and that worries me. The forest no longer speaks to us. We sensed that something was wrong, and that's why we came here. But beyond that, we are at a loss as to how to make things right.
Let this torch bug fly where it will. Let it guide you to the...
No more! Mura will not stand for it! You won't hurt any more of Mura's friends! These creatures show up in the night, try to take everything from Mura. This one has worked hard to make friends, find people who would accept her. Mura will not allow these beasts to kill her friends. Do you speak the truth? Mura thought everyone was dead. Now you tell me good news, and hope fills this one's heart. Mura has heard tales of the witches who roam the West. Some good, some bad. This one will not turn down help, though, yes? Mura will find her way back to the mill. Just let one of those creatures get in this one's way.
I thought I was the last one left out here. Well, get up here and fight beside me. Today is a glorious day to die. Every last one of the damn things that got too close. A Nord never gives up, and a Nord never backs down from a fight. I'll keep fighting and swinging my axe until my arm falls off. And then I'll find a way to fight some more. I'm not afraid to die, stranger. But I might as well do it while defending the village. Thanks for the help. I look forward to fighting at your side back at the mill.
Just stay with me. We'll get out of this somehow.
You lead.
My daughter. She can't be gone.
I'm sorry. But we have to extinguish these fires somehow. Otherwise, we're going to
My
join
darling
her.
daughter. No. She can't be dead. No, no, no!
Did my sisters send you to aid us? May the Mother Spirits guide us. I tried so hard, but I wasn't able to save more than this single villager. I'll make sure we both get back to the mill.
No! My beautiful daughter! Please say something!
It's, good you got here when you did. You were much more, merciful than I was about to be to those creatures. Ha! Better than those imps after I get through with them. Assuming you didn't kill them already. You did. Kill them all, I mean, didn't you? The mill, of course. Well, if I do run into any hostile creatures along the way, they'll regret the day they decided to invade our village.
I don't want to die out here. You've got to help me! Injured? Injured? What does that matter? Everyone's dead! I think I'm the only one left. Survivors. I'm not all alone? Oh, thank the eight. I have to get to the mill and see who else is still alive.
Perhaps I was too quick to pass judgment on you. These people, including my sister Olina, owe you their lives. The remaining fires should burn out soon. You did what you could, but the forest's rage has ravaged this village. It's terrible, for sure. But a small part of me is thankful that these saws won't operate again. My sisters and I should be able to open a path to safety, but we'll need your help again to make this work. Isn't it obvious? The people of the City of Stone caused this. They have no regard for the natural world. Nature only bends so far before it begins to suffer. Then it reasserts itself. Nature always prevails. That's why the vines appeared. The vines. They started appearing weeks ago, bursting through the soil and spreading throughout Glenumbra. We've never seen such vines before, and even the weird tree was engulfed by the strange growths. Whatever's happening, no one is safe.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
tired of walking anyway.
Off with you, Swit!
I mourn the creatures you were forced to kill. They usually aren't so aggressive. May the essence of Aetherius protect us all. Now please, stand back. I must perform the ritual of wording. Oh, I hope this works. There. I think that's done it. Come with me. Good. It worked. That's a perfectly fine ward, if I do say so myself. That ward will buy us some time. Now we have to figure out what to do next. Agreed. The mill is safe for now, but we need to get the villagers out of here. My sister Johanna has a plan to help the villagers, but we need your assistance. If you're willing to help us, please talk to her. The Weird Tree, the spirit that gives life to this land. My sisters and I are Beldama Weird. We serve the Weird Tree. We came here to discover why anger infests this part of the forest. No, and that worries me. The forest no longer speaks to us. We sensed that something was wrong, and that's why we came here. But beyond that, we are at a loss as to how to make things right.
There's one last thing we need you to... My sisters and I should be able to open a path to safety, but we'll need your help again to make this work. We can travel along the roots of the Weird Tree. That's how we were able to get here so quickly. But there's some kind of corruption in the soil, and now that path is blocked to us. The roots need to be nourished with pure energy. Nothing is more pure than life itself. We can use the life force of the creatures to nourish the roots of the Weird Tree. Kill one of the creatures near each root. Their life essences should provide the power we need to get the villagers out of here. Look for the roots of the weird around the mill. Remember that those creatures must give up their lives near the roots, or the roots won't absorb their life essences. Any creature you kill away from a root is a life extinguished for no reason. Isn't it obvious? The people of the City of Stone cause this. They have no regard for the natural world. Nature only bends so far before it begins to suffer. Then it reasserts itself. Nature always prevails. That's why the vines appeared. The vines. They started appearing weeks ago, bursting through the soil and spreading throughout Glenumbra. We've never seen such vines before, and even the weird tree was engulfed by the strange growths. Whatever's happening, no one is safe. able to get all the villagers through the portal. They're safe in our camp for now. I should return to our camp and help protect the villagers. My sisters will continue to look into the madness that occurred here. Perhaps you could help them, if you have an interest. You have earned my respect, Stone Dweller. Thank you. Speak to Helene.
I didn't want to say anything with all these poor people around. They've already gone through so much. But after studying the situation, I think I know what's going on in the forest.
The terrible magic that infects these creatures. I've heard stories, but I've never seen it used. Reach magic. I don't know how this happened. Even the Guardians of the Weird are silent. This is much worse than I originally imagined. Elemental spirits connected to the Weird Tree. They guide us in protecting the land. But if we cannot reach them, they cannot aid us. I must ask for your continued help in this. All of Glenumbra may be at risk if this blight continues to spread. You must meet with Weira Selena. She was the first to sense the disturbance and may know more about Reach magic. We have to find a way to stop this or the very earth around us will perish. Please, find my sister on the road north of this mill. The Weird Tree, the spirit that gives life to this land. My sisters and I are Beldama Weird. We serve the Weird Tree. We came here to discover why anger infests this part of the forest. No, and that worries me. The forest no longer speaks to us. We sensed that something was wrong, and that's why we came here. But beyond that, we are at a loss as to how to make things right.
Please, we're dealing with serious matters here. The Guardians are in desperate need of our aid, and any interruption can have dire consequences. Oh, my apologies. You must be the stranger who helped my sisters at Dellen's Mill. I'm honored to meet you. I can't talk long. As you know, things are not well in our woods. The Guardians have gone silent, and this corruption spreads. They're elemental spirits. They used to guide us, but now, nothing. And just when we need them the most. There's an old rite to contact them that might work, but it's too dangerous for me or my sisters to perform. I don't know. You're not one of us. But we have to try something, I suppose. See the lurchers out there. Gather their limbs. That's the dangerous part. Then burn the limbs at the altar atop the nearby ruins. If it works, a guardian should appear. If you're able to speak to the elemental spirit, find me at the Vale of the Guardians. It's north of this location. I'll wait for you there. And please hurry. We need the wisdom and guidance of the Guardians now more than ever. They are abominations of the Bloodthorns. The Lurchers were Spriggans once, until the cultists twisted and corrupted them. That's what the Bloodthorns do. We must stop them. If you must know, the Guardians are the Elnafey. They've been a part of the land since the dawn of Tamriel. The Guardians have been with us since we first found the Weird Tree. They protect the land and guide us in our duties. I guess this is a fight now.
Greetings, child. We have been waiting for someone to summon us. Angoff the Gravesinger has imprisoned us, and we are cut off from the Weird. You must set the Guardians free. Have mortals so soon forgotten the old ways? Surely the Weirises remember the Standing Stones. First, the stones must be cleansed of Angoff's dark influence. Protect the Weird while they destroy the corruption binding the stones. No, but cleansing the stones should loosen Angoff's grip. Tell Weiris Elena about the corruption. She will know what must be done. Our time grows short, mortal. Free us before Angoff's corruption takes hold. He is a tremor in the land, a poison in the water. He is a whisper, a shadow, a chill wind. He is Gravesinger and Reach Mage, Necromancer and Corruptor. Death and decay are his domains. Angoff binds us and seeks to make us part of him. Gravesingers are necromancers that seek power over life and death. They seek to control the realms we would nurture and protect. They call upon the Daedra who hide in darkness to aid them in their efforts. Far from here, where the earth and sky grow cold, lies the chill of the Reach. Daedra worshippers live there, mocking the Aedra, the Elnafey. They call themselves Reachmen, and their mages pollute the land with dark magic. They are a pestilence. They serve the corruption that binds us, the one called Angoff the Gravesinger. The cult spreads his decay, planting his blighted seeds to pollute the natural world. They prepare a path for Angoff's true master, Molag Bal. He is a tremor in the land, a poison in the water. He is a whisper, a shadow, a chill wind. He is Gravesinger and Reach Mage, Necromancer and Corruptor. Death and decay are his domains. Angoff binds us and seeks to make us part of him. Far from here, where the earth and sky grow cold, lies the chill of the Reach. Daedra worshippers live there, mocking the Aedra. We are the echoes of old voices, remnants of a time long ago. Still, a few of us remain. We were the Ifrei, then we became the Elnafey, the Earthbones. We nurture the land and guide the Weird. They call us Guardians. They are a pestilence. They serve the corruption that binds us.
I really don't like your odds. I heard a whisper echo through the forest. Was it the Guardians? Did they talk to you? I heard a whisper. Imprisoned? Our enemy is that powerful. We will do whatever we can to help. The Guardians must be set free. What must we do? Without the aid of the Guardians, we can't regain control of our weird tree. 4 of my sisters have gone north to cleanse the stones, but they need protection. Corrupted creatures attack them before they can destroy the foul vines that choke the stones. You must go and help them. Of course! The Standing Stones! I should have realized! Take my amulet and protect the Weird. When they're done, weaken a lurcher and use the amulet to control it. Bring the controlled lurcher to the Standing Stones on the hill. We'll do the rest. Meet us at the ritual site, and don't forget the lurcher. If you must know, the Guardians are the Elnafey. They've been a part of the land since the dawn of Tamriel. The Guardians have been with us since we first found the Weird Tree. They protect the land and guide us in our duties. They are abominations of the Bloodthorns. The Lurchers were Spriggans once. until the cultists twisted and corrupted them. That's what the Bloodthorns do. We must stop them. If you must know, the Guardians are the Elnafey. They've been a part of the land since the dawn of Tamriel. The Guardians have been with us since we first found the Weird Tree. They protect the...
Did you hear that the Great Shackle was destroyed?
Weira Selena told me you would come. I hope this works. Please don't let anything happen to me while I destroy these vines. You know, when you say it like that, I almost believe it. Let's do this thing. Faster. I need to go faster. Be ready for another attack. We've done it. Let me catch my breath and I'll head to the ritual site.
See these vines? Corruption runs through them and they choke the sacred stone. Soon, they will tap into the stone's magic and defile it completely. If you will help me, I can destroy these foul vines. Your confidence is inspiring. Thanks for that. Now prepare yourself. The vine's protectors will be on us as soon as I cast my spell. Stay alert. I'm not done yet. We've destroyed it. Give me a minute, and I'll meet you at the ritual site.
I loathe these vines. They reek of death and corruption. But every time I try to deal with them, I'm attacked by cultists or corrupted creatures. I wish I had your confidence. I mean, I know what to do. And now you're here, right? Oh, what am I so worried about? Consider those damn vines destroyed! I'm almost finished. Keep them off me a little longer! It's finally gone. I need a minute to catch my breath, and then I'll meet you at the ritual site.
Corruption radiates from this thing. I can feel it worming into my soul. The corruption spreads outward, altering or killing all the forest creatures. We have to destroy it. Then keep me safe while I destroy this damn thing. Vec, I hope you're watching. I need more time. It's destroyed. I'll meet you at the ritual site once I've rested for a minute.
The corruption is washed away.
The sacrifice has made this holy place pure again. We can begin the ritual whenever you are ready. That poor Spriggan spirit is finally free. It is a lurcher no more. Through its blood, we have cleansed this site. Everything is ready. I agree. They've been imprisoned for much too long. Beldama, sisters, focus your power on the stranger. It's time to break Angof's hold on the Guardians.
At last, the chains of corruption fall away. We are free of Angof's hold.
Angof will pay for this insult.
Speak, champion of the Guardians. We are in your debt. We are free. This is how it should be. We are Earth's bones. We endure. We knew someone would come to set us free. We just didn't know when it would happen, or who it would be. It seems right that you were the one. You are mortal, but also not mortal. Angof has much to fear from you. Angof's evil flows deeper than the wellspring of this land. This must end quickly. There is more work for you, champion. Go to the Weird Tree and find Weirus Gwen. We protected her from Angof's slaves, but she cannot save the Weird Tree. That task belongs to another. Go, and learn what must be done.
Come to help the great Lord deal, have you? Ah, another one. Here to work with the great Lord Deal, no doubt. I'm renowned throughout Glenumbra, you know. Well, there's no excuse for that. You've certainly heard about the Harpy menace that threatens Daggerfall. Of course you have. My sons and I are here to put an end to that threat. I know you want to help. Start by finding my stupid hirelings. The daggers. They're out gathering information about the Harpies. Know your enemy and all that. You'll get paid once I have enough to complete my research. Take this dagger with you. He knows what to do. Off with you now. Bumnog will help you. Interesting fellow. Always fights fair. Refuses to use weapons against the Harpies. Just his fists. Can't imagine that that works out for him, but he's the only dagger still here, so what do I know? Who, not what. The Daggers. A mercenary group out of Daggerfall. They're highly trained and extremely deadly. Or so they tell me. They're also lost. But they do work cheap, which makes them perfect for my purposes. They left hours ago, and we haven't heard a word since. Only Bumnog returned, which is why he's available to help you. Why are you still here? Get out there and find the missing daggers. Why do I have to explain these things to you? Just talk to Bumnog. He knows what I hired the daggers to do. Now stop pestering me and let me enjoy all this nature that my sons keep going on about.
Who, not what. The Daggers. A mercenary group out of Daggerfall. They're highly trained and extremely deadly. Or so they tell me. They're also lost. But they do work cheap, which makes them perfect for my purposes.
You're going to help me find the rest of the daggers? I'm not sure you're dagger material. Your hands look kind of soft and delicate. Like you've never beaten anything into submission with your own 2 fists before. The daggers were hired to help Lord Deal gather research about the Harpies. We get him what he needs and we get paid. Simple as pie. But now the rest of the daggers are missing. We need to find them and make sure our first mission is a success. Harpies, eggs, whatever we can bring back so Lord Deal can figure out why these birds have become so violent lately. We have to find the missing daggers, Gelvin, our leader, and the Remley brothers. We find them and help them finish their jobs. And while we're at it, we look for the Queen Birdie, Fowling. She's a vicious killer and she needs to be dealt with. We shouldn't dawdle, so make it quick. I vowed that I would always face my opponents as an equal. If an enemy came at me with a sword, I would meet his blade with one of my own. The Harpies fight with claws. How could I go up against them with anything more than the fists nature gave me? Sharp and natural. They don't wield weapons, so neither will I. I will fight them head-on, fists against claws, and I will do so with honor. Lord Deal's guards were in the city, looking to hire some muscle. They found us in the Rosy Lion, celebrating our newly formed partnership. We needed a job, Lord Deal needed some help, and here we are. Well, not really. We were talking about how we needed to find a job, and suddenly Lord Deal's men were making us an offer. We took it as a sign that we were doing the right thing. The daggers were going places. We're an odd bunch, that's for sure. Gelvin found each of us either drinking away our troubles or begging for gold on the streets of Daggerfall. We were good for nothing and all but forgotten. Gelvin wanted to change that. A few of us tried to join the city guard or hook up with the Fighters Guild. Truth be told, they wouldn't have us. We weren't good enough for them. So we formed the Daggers to show them that they're wrong.
Bet they never saw that coming.
Are we still standing?
Let's ride! Maybe I should have joined the buoyant homages.
What? Who? Damn it all! The last person who snuck up on me got a sword in the gut for their trouble. Sorry. Old habit. I was in the guard before joining the Weird. Damned bloodthorns have taken our Weird tree. I've never seen magic like this. I don't know what you can do, but if Elena sent you, your help is welcome. Have a look around if you must, but we need to act soon. The Bloodthorn cultists stole our portal stones. I swore off violence when I left the guard, but killing cultists might be the only way to recover the portal stones. We need those stones to get into our enclave without being seen. Recover the stones and activate them inside the huts so my sisters can join you. I still have my stone. Here, set it by the entrance to the Weird Tree and I'll step through to meet you.
The time has come to reclaim the Weird Tree. We have come to save the Weird Tree. Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
Stand back. We shall begin the ritual.
Let's ride!
You placed my stone well. I should be protected this close to the tree. We need to summon the Guardians. With their power, we can cleanse this place of Angof's foul influence. Angof's cursed vines prevent the Guardians from getting anywhere near the Weird Tree. Find the vines that grow within the circles of weird blossoms and destroy them. That should allow the Guardians to appear before you.
Change of plans?
Retribution must be swift. Angoff will pay for his insolence. The Weird Tree must continue to reach for the sky. You must destroy the corruption of air. Heed my warnings and you will survive the vile creature's onslaught. When I call, come to me. My power shall protect you.
These stones belong to Angos.
It is defeated.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
This pollution is almost too much for me to bear. Help. This pollution is almost too much for me to bear. Help us restore balance to the Weird Tree. Destroy the corrupting spirit, and then we can cleanse this place. Listen to my words. I shall offer what aid I can. Stay close, and let my power flow over you.
These stones belong to Angos now.
The tide of battle turns. To my side. It is defeated.
Nah, I wasn't worried. Were you worried? I never used to fight this much, until I met you. Can never have enough of that.
The earth weakens. Angof's poison corrupts it. Together we will crush this vile manifestation. Good. I cannot harm this corruption of the earth, but I can protect you from its attacks. Listen to my warnings, and you will prevail. I shall tell you when to return to my side. If you are close, I can shield you from the spirit's attacks.
These stones belong to Angos now.
The spirit casts a spell that shall... It is defeated.
I can feel the oppressive weight of Angof's corruption lifting. I sense the gratitude of the Guardians, but I also sense fear. Angof's vermin are afraid. You did well, and I'm happy to stand at your side. Now we finally have a chance against Angof and putting an end to his unholy corruption. There's one more challenge we have to face, though. Angof's last wraith nests within the tree. It won't be banished very easily, but the Guardians promise to help you. When you're ready, enter the tree and expel the foul spirit.
Destroy this foulness! Set the weird tree free!
The witch's puppet has come. Time to enjoy it.
It's so beautiful. Do you see? Things have already changed. The weird tree has been restored. Thank the Guardians that you did. We were losing this battle, but now things are different. And you, a stranger. It's a wonder you risked your life for us. There's no end to the surprises this world has to offer. I served in the Lion Guard before coming to the Weird, so I know more about the world. I think it's time my sisters stopped hiding. We could benefit from more outside contact. If there are no more attacks, the tree will be fine. A hunter, Gloria Fausta, came looking for help while you were inside the tree. I'm ashamed to say we turned her away. We couldn't divert our attention when the outcome of your battle was still unclear. Aldcroft. She said werewolves captured Camlorn and the Duke had fled. We weren't able to aid her, but perhaps you can. Chamberlain Weller and Aldcroft would know more.
Get back, you fetcher!
How in the 8 do you expect to trap a flying harpy with a trap set on the ground? You're an idiot. You know that,
You know
right?
I hate it when you yell at me, brother. Now calm down and help me figure out how to get a harpy to trip a wire on the ground. I see the problem now.
Wait, is that Gelvin up there? What in Malakath's name is he tangled up in?
Thank you, old friend. Thought I was going to become bird food before you got here. Hello. That was a bit of a predicament. The Remley brothers do set a good trap, I must say. That one trussed me up tight. But now that you're here... Wait a moment. Who are you? Help. The Daggers don't need any... Oh, who am I kidding? I'm the leader of the Daggers, and we don't have a clue as to what we're doing out here. If you're willing, we'd appreciate any help you care to provide. I was collecting unhatched harpy eggs to bring back to camp. One of the things Lord Deal needs to complete his research. I got one egg, but we need to collect a few more. In the nests above, be gentle with them. I don't want the hatchlings to come to any harm. I'm going to rest a moment and then head back to camp. With the gold his lordship pays us, the Daggers can really make a go of this mercenary thing.
Did Lord Deal send you? Well, there's nothing new to report except that my brother is an idiot. Armo placed dozens of traps and he just realized something. Harpies don't walk. Now we're trying to figure out how to salvage the situation. We're trying to capture a few of these creatures. Lord Deal wants to observe the harpies and see if they demonstrate any odd behavior that might explain the recent acts of aggression. But we're still working on our traps, as you can see. We've got some throwing snares. The only problem is the damn harpies are too strong. They need to be weakened before you hit them with the throwing snares. I may have a sword, but I'm not a fighter. That's too dangerous an approach for me. Lord Deal said a few. So 4, I'd say. Yes, 4 harpies should do. If this works, please tell his lordship that we gave you the traps, all right?
Wonder why.
They're coming for us. Nice hole. Quite the mummy.
That's all that Lord Deal asked us to do. Let's head back. I want to have a chat before we enter the camp. This is a good spot.
Turns out that Duke Sebastian is a werewolf. What a world we live in.
Listen, you've helped the daggers a lot. Listen, you've helped the daggers a lot, and we appreciate it. But before we go back to camp, I need to make sure you understand something. Gelvin has a good head and a good heart. Always puts the daggers first and keeps us on the right side of the law. Of course, that's part of the reason we're still struggling. Sometimes mercenaries can't be too choosy about the jobs they take. This Lord Deal, something's not right with him. Why does a noble care about harpies? But whatever, it doesn't matter. The daggers need to get paid. If not, our mercenary group collapses, and we're all back to the streets, again. You're not listening. I'm saying that it doesn't matter. He could be a saint or Molag Bal himself. What matters is that we get paid so the daggers can stay together. Got that? Now let's get back to camp.
Problem, Sarah?
rotten fetchers!
Flashy may get noticed, but style gets remembered.
You can't keep them like this, Lord Deal. They're in pain.
I can do what I like with them. After all, I'm the one investigating why these birdies have become so very, very angry.
Ugh! When Gelvin gets back, he won't stand for this.
Ah, you're back. Much more reliable than those damn daggers. I don't see their leader, Gelvin. He didn't come back with you? More gold for the rest of you, I suppose. Now hand over the eggs, please. I believe we already covered that. Now let me have a look at these beauties. Oh, so round and smooth. Well, oval, really. I'll begin studying these eggs right away. Wait a moment. Where's the other egg? I was promised 5 harpy eggs, not 4. Didn't they teach you to count? There will be no deal without 5 eggs. 5! No more, no less. Imbeciles! Then I suggest you find that bootless lout and get it back. There will be consequences. These are my eggs. Let his sister know that if Gelvin doesn't return, I will have his right hand cut off for stealing from a noble. Dealing with fools and idealists makes me thirsty. I need a drink.
Greedy, ignorant, ugly son of a mammoth's ass. That Deal can go leap in the river. I wish I knew. The rest of the daggers made it back, but there's been no sign of my brother. I had my doubts about getting involved with Lord Deal. I just wish I'd told Gelvin about them. But who are you anyway? Why do you care about any of this? Well, at least you're honest. Still, You've helped the daggers so far, so I guess I'll be honest with you. Deal's claim of theft is ridiculous, but he has enough gold to make his lies stick. I think I know where you can find my brother. Whether you agree with Gelvin, me, or the bastard Deal over there, we need to find Gelvin and that egg. I don't want to see my brother get hurt. There's a house on an island directly west of this camp. That's where we first met with Lord Deal. I could see that Gelvin was very interested in the place. I'll give you a head start before I tell Deal about it. Now go. Find my brother.
his lordship has a plan, but that's nothing new. He has plans coming out his ears. But this one might actually work out this time. Oh, you know, a plan. To, save Daggerfall from the Harpies. Yeah, that's it. You know what? You ask too many questions. Talk to his lordship if you want to get involved.
Just
dirty
don't expect me to
scoundrel.
bail you out.
Can't you see that these hollow fangs spout nothing but hollow promises?
Dragons are here, Reynard. The world will end in fire before your fabled Emperor comes. If you won't act, I will.
The Devourer has chosen, old bat. Do not trouble us again.
This one does not see the point of such a thing.
Does it not entertain you? What more reason does Khajiit need?
You made quick work of them. Don't let the gate trouble you. I'll pass through and open it from the other side. There's no mechanism. Sheets and tricks. Look for a hidden switch. I'll try to catch up to Grundle.
The harder you strike, the farther it goes. Yet it does not matter what you strike it with. Sazda will catch him in time. You will not be so lucky.
Glad those gates didn't keep you long. Go from the sound of things. Red crater out there.
Worse than a Kodugava bite.
the skulking rats, but you are my prey, Odyssey. Take a bite of my... Feel your pulse quicken, and stop! Hollow rings! Feast on these fools! Your heart will beat to bursting! If I do slip... Your blood has no power over me. Can you feel your blood betraying you? More dead? How did the intruder get past Trozakar?
There are many holes through which a rat can scurry here.
Don't make this one chase you! I've had enough of wading through your leeches.
Disaster! They are...
The dragon lies beneath that temple. I can smell its blood on the air. Push through. surrender, Nisazda? Or are you going to fight us all?
This one won't have to.
Damn you, Reynard! We can end it all! The Empire could be reborn!
Whenever you become
right here!
this madness, it will not be Emperor.
Then do it, Reynard. I'd rather die with blade in hand than go back to that honorless life of yours.
You hesitated, old bat.
I didn't need your help.
We
You're
have
owed
no
that
more
much.
time for this. His allies are here.
Gun! Who's Roda? Gun!
Filthy blood of Isasa. Granwo.
I was already planning on it. Who's Roda?
At least I understand.
This has venom for your veins!
Mark this day. When I bleed this dragon dry, the Empire will be made whole.
You are an ant trying to shoulder the world.
Protect the Devourer! Avenge the Fausta! Soon the Devourer will consume you all!
Bloated tick. You've drunk to bursting.
Bleed for me. Who's Roda?
jaw. I failed you, old friend. You deserve a better death.
No kind words for me, Reynald.
Still your tongue, worm. Your death is the one good thing to come of this.
I go, knowing the war for freedom only brought you ruin.
Void take you.
My suffering ends here. Yours will linger long after.
Off we go!
Something fishy's going on here. I think Lord Deal hasn't been entirely truthful with us. But how did you find me? Granette sent you, didn't she? I know. I was on my way back when I decided to investigate this place. When we first arrived, Deal and his sons came out of this building to greet us. I figured if there was any place to get any answers, it was right here. Nothing yet, but this whole situation feels off. I'm sure that his lordship hasn't told us the whole truth about the Harpy frenzy. Anyway, I'm not leaving this house until I find something that sheds light on what Deal is up to. found something, didn't you? What is it? Tell me what you found. Let me see that. What in the name of... Lord Deal's been poisoning the Harpies the entire time. He orchestrated their frenzy, and he claimed he's been trying to help. He's been using us. It's tainted gold. The daggers don't operate that way. We're not common thieves that break the law just to fill our own pockets. This is a dangerous edge to walk, and it cuts both ways. I didn't want the daggers to start out like this. Well, we'd have to disband. We'd go our separate ways and hope we can find a way to feed our families. Damn it. This isn't an easy choice. I just can't accept that we'd get our start helping a noble do the wrong thing. Tell me what you found. Let me see that. What in the name of... Lord Deal's been poisoning the Harpies the entire time. He orchestrated their frenzy, and he claimed he's been trying to help. He's been using us. It's tainted gold. The daggers don't operate that way. We're not common thieves that break the law just to fill our own pockets. This is a dangerous edge to walk, and it cuts both ways. I didn't want the daggers to start out like this. Well, we'd have to disband. We'd go our separate ways and hope we can find a way to feed our families. Damn it. This isn't an easy choice. I just can't accept that we'd get our start helping a noble do the wrong thing. But you don't understand. This is wrong. I pride myself on doing the right thing. I've never broken the law or asked the daggers to do anything illegal. Now everyone's depending on me. I don't know what to do. This dagger you've handed me has a very sharp edge. No, not you. The daggers are of my own making. Let's find Lord Deal, give him his egg, and get our gold. Our families won't go hungry, but I may never sleep well again after this.
I do hope you have both the thief and the egg with you, for everyone's sake. Oh, yes, yes, this one's shell shines even brighter than the others. My study of this specimen will surely guarantee our success in stopping the Harpy frenzy. If you think to try to slander me, Worm, good luck with that. I put gold in the pockets of the highest-ranking guards in the city. No one will believe you. What are you... No, bother. Very well. Tell me what you want. Fine, fine, you have a deal. Hope you choke on it. Now tell that damn Gelvin to come out so we can finish our preparations. Your daggers have done a good job, Gelvin. Even if you did lose your way for a bit. Still, you've earned your pay.
I'm happy that we were able to help, my lord. This gold will be a big help to the daggers.
Next time I need assistance, I shall call upon the daggers again. Now you, on the boat, be careful with that!
You did the right thing, old friend. Don't beat yourself up over it.
I hope you're right, Bumnog. I hope you're right.
Dead, and without a scrap of treasure to my name. You there! You can see me? Who am I? Why, I am Richard Dusant, famous adventurer and treasure hunter. At least, that's who I was, before the cultists in Dresden Keep killed me. I was in the ruins, searching for the treasure, you see. The renowned treasure of Dresden Keep, of course. You could finish my quest for me. There are 3 statues, the heralds. Take the offerings I brought in my backpack and present them to the proper heralds. That should open a passage under the well. Now listen carefully. There will be a lot to remember. The histories I read never specified, but it said that the greatest treasure of the Breton kingdoms was stored here. The heralds are 3 engraved statues that each offer a riddle. You must place an offering before each herald. The statues are the Herald of Thirst, the Herald of Memory, and the Herald of Illumination. There are a number of possible offerings in my bag. Take my backpack and see if you can match the offerings to the correct heralds. Engravings on the statues provide clues about which offerings they will accept. Yes, the bastards! I tried to sneak past them, but, well, you see how well that turned out. Being a ghost has put a bit of a damper on my adventuring career. The heralds are 3 engraved statues that each...
Would you swit? From the sides!
Worthy of the treasure of Dresden Keep. You are unworthy of...
Who is it? Who comes to these ancient courts? You are the first to come here in many long centuries, since this place was sealed. I despaired of anyone ever finding their way here. I am the High Librarian of Dresden Keep. I was charged with protecting our greatest treasure, the combined histories of the earliest days of High Rock. Do be careful with these books, they are in pristine condition. Indeed, our patron is Hermaeus Mora, the scryer of the heavens and he who determines the tides of fate. These treasures have been sealed away for too long. Hoarding knowledge is worse than hoarding gold, or so our patron has decreed. Take this index. It contains the names of all the volumes and scrolls the keep contains. You must give the Dresden Index to someone who can make use of it, such as a scholar of magic. Like a civilized person, you may leave through the door on the far side of the vault. No need to use the well again. The ward on the gate has been broken, and the door will open now.
Esgravia lambe ye lael. Ne Goria, Heka, Dilia ye metana, Gandra lambe sino. 'It returns. I told you to go. How fortunate for you. But no one ever considers the wants and desires of a ghost. Oh, very well. Let's get this over with. What a presumptuous question. Such temerity. You are very rude, just like my brothers. They bound me here. They were jealous of my powers, my stature. Yes, I intended to aid the Direni against the Alessians. I hoped to get land from King Relethiel as a reward. My brothers bound me here, so I could not participate. They never returned for me. They did. Well, I'm glad to hear that, at least. Forgive me. I have been languishing alone for a long time. Can you release me? You would need to destroy the relics that bind me, the seal of anchoring, the animus needle, and the soul prison. I can feel the grip of those accursed anchors releasing. After all this time, I am free. In truth, I do not know. My people are long gone. I could move on to Aetherius, or I could remain in Tamriel. See what became of the land after the Elysians were defeated. You have shown me that I am as much a relic as the objects in this vault. A thing of the past, adrift. It is time to go. I shall find Aetherius, and at long last, peace.
You returned. What did you find? Was it jewels, ivory, gold? What? There's no fabulous treasure? There's no gold? I died for a bunch of moldy old books. Ah, cruel fate. I wish I had a book before all this that would have told me what was in this stupid old keep. I plan to meet my friend Valinwe in Aldcroft after I recovered the keep's treasures. She's in the Mages Guild. I suppose you could tell her what you found. And tell her what happened to me, I guess. Indeed. I know she'll be interested in what you discovered. Like all members of the Mages Guild, she's always been more attracted to stuffy old books than to gold or jewels. Ah well, I suppose it's time for me to move on. Farewell.
That fool orc alive. What has that fool orc gotten himself into now? Recruit Gorak, a new initiate sent from Wayrest along with a tide of untested soldiers. And he really is green. He's an orc. There's not many of them in the Lion Guard. He got himself lost in the swamp. Again. He tried to show up the other recruits and recover General Gaudier's lost dispatch. Listen, I can't spare many soldiers. If you head out into the swamp, can you keep an eye out for Gorak? Please, let me know if you find Recruit Gorak. He may be a little overzealous, but he means well. I think. Gorak's eager. Maybe too eager. He wants to be in the Lion Guard so badly that he'll crawl over broken glass to impress us. His attitude hasn't sat well with the other officers. I'm the 4th commander he's been assigned to. Gorak has a fire and a passion. I respect that. I just need to find a way to temper his enthusiasm and harness it before he gets himself or his fellow guards hurt.
My enchantments are superior to anything you'll find anywhere else in the city. Of course, quality will cost you more, but trust me, it's worth it. My enchantments are superior to anything you'll find anywhere else in the city. Of course. Enchanting is the art of empowerment. We gather runes found throughout the world and use our special instruments to assemble them into glyphs. These glyphs can be used to magically enhance worn or wielded items. Not exactly. Runes can be extracted from glyphs you find while adventuring. It's a delicate process, so you'll have to return to one of our workstations to proceed. Note that the glyph will be destroyed in the process. Unfortunate, but necessary. Glyphs are assembled by combining 3 different runes. Potency runes determine the glyph's strength. Aspect affects the glyph's quality. Finally, the essence rune decides the glyph's effect. It's a delicate art best learned by doing. Good luck. My enchantments are superior to Bella's silky breeches. Look at the books on this list. This is unprecedented. Where did Richard find such a thing? What a remarkable discovery. Spirit? Oh, Richard. I knew you would get yourself killed one of these days chasing your beloved treasures. I spent many an evening listening to his tales of adventure. I shall miss him dearly. The Dresden Index? Remarkable! I'm sad that Richard died, but the information in the keep will be invaluable to our scholars. Thank you for this. And here's something for your trouble. What a magnificent find! I doubt Richard appreciated its value, though. He sought treasure, not knowledge. I'll see that the Dresden Index winds up in the proper hands.
avoid walking anywhere.
There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of them.
Greetings, citizen. I seem to have suffered a temporary setback. I require your assistance. These Bloodthorn Cretans ambushed me, and while I was on a mission of incredible importance, there were dozens of them. But I didn't go down without a fight. What will the Line Guard do without me? The orc that stands, or sits, before you represents the future of the Line Guard. I am Recruit Gorak, pride of New Orsinium. Please untie me. We have work to do. We must recover the General's dispatch and return to Captain Vistra. I took a beating when the Bloodthorns grabbed me. I won't be much help in a fight, but I'll cheer you on. Let's get this dispatch back.
Some people don't like the bustle of cities, but I come from a big family, so it reminds me of home. I'm led to believe you're the one to thank for Gorak's safe return. He even retrieved the General's dispatch. Recruit Gorak claims that you helped him defeat dozens of cultists and recovered the dispatch from a foul necromancer. Is this true? Ah, I thought he might be telling tall tales. Still, what Gorak did was brave. Stupid, but brave. Thank you for finding Gorak, stranger. I shudder to think what those cultists would have done to him. Gorak, you took the initiative and did your best. You aren't quite ready for the Lion Guard, but you're close.
I understand, Captain. I'll double my efforts and make you proud. You can count on me.
can I help you?
Never have enough of that.
Wolf attacks? Word of warning. Don't wander around the outskirts of Morthal if you can avoid it. Something evil stalks the hills. Make no mistake. That's what they're saying down at the tavern. Ghosts appearing from snowstorms. Undead attacks on the road. Just as I left, a group of farmers came into town shouting about skeleton wolves. These woods are cursed. Headed towards the middle of town seeking help, last I saw. Lady Ninetha usually assists the wounded after animal attacks. But she can't handle something unnatural like this on her own. If you're willing, maybe you could offer some help? I'm sure she'd appreciate your assistance. As for me, I'm getting as far from here as possible until this blows over. Hopefully this blows over soon so I can come back. I prefer Morthal when it's quiet. She is Jarl Redhand's wife, but that doesn't really describe everything she does for Morthal. She watches over people here, sorts out disputes, makes sure people get help when injured, that sort of thing. Hopefully she figures this all out.
Wolves of ice and bone attacked Brune, my lady, and he saw ghosts.
Ghosts? Nonsense. Get him to the inn and I'll do what I can.
Come on, let's warm you up.
The rubes and oafs that reside in this town see spooks under every fish barrel. Normal animal attacks become works of supreme evil in their minds. My husband and I have too much on our plate to spend time investigating every wolf bite. I couldn't get much out of Brune, but it seems wolves attacked Havel's farm over to the west. He claims the beasts were only bones and covered in ice. I'm not inclined to believe him. People here tend to view the truth through their mead. Wolf packs do roam around the outskirts of town. Occasionally they snatch away a chicken or a goat. But attacking groups of people is unusual. Tell you what, could you go to the farm and get the truth? There would be coin in it for you. Excellent. The people of Morthal are basically good. They just let their imaginations run wild. Learning the truth of this attack could help curb any future issues with the wolves. I'll check on Brune at the tavern. His shivering concerns me. Oh, one can't live in this world without encountering a stray specter. Seeing chains drop from the sky changes what we accept as normal. And magic impacts all our lives, of course. Let's say I'm skeptical. The people of Morthal spend their days fishing, cutting logs, and drinking. They don't leave town, and outsiders don't visit. Spreading wild tales is what passes for entertainment here. Last week, Bandor accused Invisible Reeker of stealing his beard comb. The mill ceased operation completely while the town searched for holes in the ground where they might be hiding. We found it in the stables where he'd been grooming the horses. Indeed. I am proud to call him my husband. Without his strength, this town would certainly fall apart. When I arrived in Morthal for our wedding, I believed my life was over. But Red Harden made us a fine home here, for which I am grateful. Gods, no. I hoped my diction would show that. Perhaps I've lived here long enough to adopt their backwards speech. I came from Solitude originally. My father was a wealthy merchant who needed access to Morthal's lumber. Thus, my wedding. Oh, one can't live in this world without encountering a stray specter. Seeing chains drop from the sky changes what we accept as normal. And magic impacts all our lives, of course. Let's say I'm skeptical. The people of Morthal spend their days fishing, cutting logs, and drinking. They don't leave town, and outsiders don't visit. Spreading wild tales is what passes for entertainment here. Last week, Bandor accused Invisible Reeker of stealing his beard comb.
The mill ceased operation completely while the town searched for holes in the ground where they might be hiding. We found it in the stables where he'd been grooming the horses. Indeed, I am proud to call him my husband. Without his strength, this town would certainly fall apart. When I arrived in Mordor for our wedding, I believed my life was over. But Redharn made us a fine home here, for which I am grateful. Gods know. I hoped my diction would show that. Perhaps I've lived here long enough to adopt their backwards speech. I came from Solitude originally. My father was a wealthy merchant who needed...